Okay, you got the money?
Got the money if you got the tape.
No problem. Come on, less of the money.
Aren't you going to count it?
No. Trust you.
Have another drink?
No, thanks.
Come on!
Morning, Sherry.
Morning.
Messages?
Naturally. Jim wants to speak with you.
Thanks.
Oh, and your commodity prices are over there.
Thanks.
Mark. Mark. Jim wants to speak to you, and the drill guys have been here for half an hour.
Yeah, I know. Ian, do me a favor. The car's outside. Thanks.
By the hydrant?
Yeah. Jackie, the drilling file.
Oh, yes. Look, Mark.
Thanks. Thanks, Senda.
You're welcome.
Traffic. I could have run faster. Zenda, be a doll and put up the Albuquerque file.
Jim wants to talk to you about the Jetta deal.
And the Securities Commission called again. I told them you'd call when you got in.
Screw him. Let him wait in line.
Oh, and your gun came back. Carol picked it up from customs. Antwerp also sent a telex. Mr. Kiernan, may we remind you that this weapon is used to propel lead projectiles towards your prey, not to beat them over the head with. Repairs and modifications, $650.
One thing about the Belgians, they make you feel like you belong.
Oh, and your ex-wife called. She said to remember that it's Kim's birthday.
Oh, damn. I really meant to remember. How long is that drilling deal going to go on for?
Perhaps I could pick up something for Kim?
Oh, that would be sweet. She really liked the puppy you got her last year.
I'll tell Jim you're here.
Great.
Mark, this is Carol. Just to thank you for a lovely evening. Bye.
Mark, it's Dave. I booked a course for 9 tomorrow, Wednesday. If you can make it, give me a call.
Mark, are you there? It's Mom. It's about Kenny. Hello? Hello?
Yes, Mark Kiernan.
Oh, shit, it's a bloody machine again.
It's me. How are you, Mom?
I've been leaving messages for you on that bloody machine all day. Why don't you answer them?
Sorry, Mom. I've been out of town all week. Just got back in. What's up?
Eddie's been killed. I've been trying to reach him. He's been killed.
Been killed? What happened? When?
Tuesday night. We didn't know your number. Oh, Mark.
How?
Left to die on the street. Just left. Cops didn't do anything. Nothing. Not a precious finger. I paid taxes for that. They never liked Kenny. They were jealous.
How's Rita taking it?
Oh, she doesn't care. Nobody cares. Now, what am I going to do? Your dad's gone. And now Kenny. What about me?
I'll take care of it. I'll see you Saturday.
Oh, not good enough, Mark Tiernan. The funeral tomorrow at 11. Rita made the arrangements. Didn't ask me, his own mother.
Be there.
and all thy saints, we also may evermore rejoice in the same kingdom with all thy saints and elect, who livest and reignest with God the Father, in the unity of the Holy Ghost, God forever and ever. Amen. God, who dost dispense the services of angels and men in a wonderful order, mercifully grant that they who ever stand ministering before thee in heaven may defend our life on earth, through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Oh,
Bless you, Jack. Lord, have mercy on us. Bring you comfort.
Rita, I'm really sorry about Kenny.
I'm terribly sorry, Rita. Is there anything I can do? Are you and Bonnie all right?
Get over it. So how are you, Mark, after all these years?
As well as could be expected. How in hell did it happen?
Ask the police.
I'm really sorry, Bonnie. Your father was a good brother.
Yes. Well, we have to be off. I hate cemeteries. Goodbye, Mark.
I'm sorry about your brother.
What's with Rita? I was only trying to help.
She left Kenny, you know.
No, I didn't. When?
Oh, months ago. Just threw him out.
Why?
Who's to know with that bitch? For better or for worse, huh? Practically broke his heart, you know. Why, she even tried to keep Bonnie away from him. Her own father.
Nobody's so hard on her. It couldn't have been all roses living with Kenny.
Oh, what do you know about it? Not much, eh? When did you last even see your brother? You looked after him as a kid. You were the eldest.
Mr. Kernan, I've read about you in the business section. Local kid makes good. Or was that your brother?
What?
You know, the former hockey star. So, what can I do for you?
You can tell me what the police are doing over the brother's death?
I'm sure you can discuss that with Constable Miles.
I'd like to hear what you think.
Well, seems like a relatively simple case of assault. Your brother was attacked by persons unknown. It was very likely a simple street fight. In the course of events, he was knocked unconscious. He choked on his own vomit, and he had a high level of alcohol in his bloodstream.
I see. Well, why have you ruled out robbery?
Well, as you can see, we found in excess of $2,000 on the body, I believe.
Maybe the mugger was frightened off.
That's possible.
But you haven't heard anything.
That's correct.
And nobody else saw or heard anything.
Right.
Even though somebody was beaten to death on a public street.
That's right. Mr. Kernan, was the last time you saw your brother?
I don't see how that's relevant to the case.
Well, in the last couple of years, he made a lot of enemies.
So what?
So? Until someone comes forward, there's very little we can do, to be honest.
So you sit on your asses, to be honest.
Mr. Kernan, if you have no more questions, I have other important cases to move on to.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
It's your money.
Good to see you. After all these years.
Yes, it's been a long time.
It certainly has.
You're looking fit and prosperous.
I can't complain. You know Alderman Milstein? Alderman? Mark Kernan.
My pleasure.
Yes, we've met in the city.
I was so sorry to read about Kenny. I could hardly believe it.
And neither could I. In fact, that's why I'm here. I need your advice.
Anytime if I can help. You know that, Mark.
Can I take you to lunch?
I'm a bit tied up right now. How long are you in town for?
Just the weekend. How's the family?
Fine. Everyone's fine.
Good. I thought I'd stop in and see the Don.
I'm sure he'd love to see you. Better still, why don't you come by and have a drink with us this afternoon on our new boat? What the hell? It's almost the holidays, huh?
Where?
The Victoria Club. Pier 1. Say 4 o'clock?
Sure, I'll be there.
We've got to run. It's good seeing you again. Bye.
Me too.
Excuse me. You are Mark Kiernan, the financier, aren't you?
Yes.
How do you do? I'm Dwight Kondratchuk of the Herald. I'm sorry to hear about your brother.
Thank you.
Are you here for the funeral?
That's right.
Listen, I was wondering if you had a few moments.
I have little to say. My brother was a good hockey player and good son. My mother and I are going to miss him a lot. Okay?
It wasn't really about your brother that I wanted to speak. I'm afraid I don't know much about sports. I'm more interested in business. Naturally, I've read about you in Toronto. I was wondering if you were here in town on business as well as for the funeral.
No, just family affairs.
I wondered, because I saw you talking to Mr. Marcello.
No, just family matters. Leonard and I went to school together.
Yes, his father almost adopted you, didn't he? See, I'm thinking of writing a series of articles on the organized crime here. Of course, the Marcellos will play a major part in it.
I have nothing to add to your articles, Mr. Kondratchuk. Excuse me, I'm in a hurry.
Did it surprise you that Mr. Marcello would take a simple divorce case, even for somebody as important as Alderman Milstein?
It's called earning a living. Perhaps you've heard of it. Mr. Marcello's business is his own affair.
It's kind of insuring his investment, wouldn't you say?
Mr. Kondratchuk, I'm sure you know better than I do how your city works. Pleasure.
Look, I know this is none of my business, but I was wondering if you thought maybe the Marcellos might know something about your brother's death.
You're right, it's none of your business.
And after all, they were in the same business.
What are you talking about?
You know, drugs and corn.
Garbage.
Look, I'm afraid not, Mr. Kiernan. Kenny was one of their biggest customers, always greedy. Maybe just forgot to pay a bill. You know how that irritates our friends.
I don't know what you're trying to tell me, Mr. Kondratchuk. As far as the police are aware, my brother died after a drunken brawl.
Yeah, read the headlines. May I suggest that you read more carefully the coroner's report? If I can be of any assistance, don't hesitate to call me.
Of course I remember the case. Here are the details. The police have the full report. There, look for yourself.
What killed him?
No doubt the police told you that the actual cause of death was suffocation. He drowned in his own vomit. But any one of these wounds could have been fatal. Did your brother have any enemies, Mr. Kiernan?
Enemies?
This assault bears all the marks of a professional job.
Marks? What kind of marks? You mean murder?
It's not for me to say it technically or no, but there is a pattern here.
Permission to come on board, Captain.
Permission granted.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed they let a wop like you into their precious club.
These days, money is money, even to these old farts. Come aboard. Take a look around?
Sure. Big time.
Hey, why not?
Shooter, shooter.
Radar, sonar, radio, private phone. We're even working on a dish for upstairs.
All right. It's looking good.
For 100 years, they've kept this country to themselves. Now it's our turn, huh?
Yeah.
I hear you're not doing too badly yourself. What is that they call you in the city? The Irish shark?
It's a lot better than what you called me when I was a kid.
Well, rumor has it you're still playing pretty rough, Mark.
I don't believe everything you hear. I've settled down. I've become more respectable.
Respectable?
Yeah.
Well, let's go have a nice respectable drink, huh?
Okay.
One extra dry martini. Coming up.
You got it. Flaunted, huh?
Exactly. So, Mark, how can I help you?
You read about Kenny's death.
Mm-hmm.
An accident, right? Well, I think he was murdered.
What in the world would make you think that?
Doesn't make sense any other way.
And the cops?
The old runaround. Maybe our family connections. Maybe because Kenny was a pain in the butt. Leonard, I know we haven't been close in the past years, but the family's the only people I can turn to.
Okay, I'll ask the Don. Better still, why don't you come to supper tonight and ask him yourself? So what kind of risk are you talking about?
Well, we try to make sure the downside is minimal. You know, the last couple of times we lost our shirts.
You had all your beans?
Yeah.
All right, open up. There's your o'clock.
Okay, what I'd like to do some private conversations. To your health. It's been a while. Nice to see you. Prosperous. The family looks nice. Nice for you too.
Will the cure to warm us up? Papa?
Grazie.
Salute.
Salute.
Lenny tells me you wish to talk to us about the unfortunate death of your brother.
If I may. I think he was murdered.
Murder? Surely your suspicions are a matter for the police, are they not?
I'd like to think so, but they're doing nothing. They seem to think that it was just some street brawl.
But you know better?
I'm making my own inquiries.
And did you find the murderer?
Not yet. The coroner told me the beating that killed him was a professional job. And some reporter told me that Kenny was mixed up in the porno trade.
The family's never touched that business, Mark. You know that.
So you want us to find the killer, take the law into our own hands, avenge your brother's death?
I was hoping that somebody who worked for you knew what was going on or heard something.
And if that is so, what good would it do to find this man? Would it comfort his wife, feed his child? Or is it the older brother's honor you wish to avenge? Is that why you are here, Mark? When your father died, my family took you in, did we not? Fed you, clothed you, educated you. Today I hear you have done well, and we are happy for you. You never visit or write. We have to read the newspaper to know how the man we treated as a son is getting on.
Papa.
Perhaps today in America, gratitude is a foolish thing to expect. I don't know. So now you come back again to ask for our help, for my advice. Go home, back to the family you should have. It's too late to be caring for your brother. Revenge is for the peasants back in the old country. This is the 20th century in Canada. Here, have another drink, and let's talk of happier things.
Hi. Want to know what's on the menu?
I hear you know where I can find Julius LaBelle,
What are you, the fuzz or the TV?
an old friend.
Sure. And I know the Pope. Right now, he's playing hockey.
Where?
Where they play hockey.
Thanks.
Shit, there's the man himself. How you been, Rich Right Boy?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's winning?
It's just like you, man. First question is, who's winning? Hey, what's in the game, man? Nobody's winning. Everybody's losing still. By the way, what brought you back here?
Did you hear Kenny was killed?
Yeah, I heard. Just forgot he had a brother.
I was just wondering if you knew anything about his death. Why he was killed, who killed him.
I heard nothing. I mean, it's not my business. And Kenny wasn't my brother.
Thanks. Sorry I wasted your time.
Hey, Mark in the office. I have some skates if you want to play for old time's sake.
Come on, Mark, take it easy. Mark, take it easy. Mark.
What'd you call my brother?
Come on, man, take it easy. Hey, no big deal.
Remember joyriding around here?
Yeah, we're getting caught. You think that if you get killed messing around with this Kenny thing, you'll be some kind of hero, don't you?
Well, look, I just...
No, wait a minute. Kenny has changed, man. He was no hero. He would sell you his mother and his dog for him. He's a walking junkie.
I'm getting sick and tired of people badmouth my brother. If you don't want to help, don't. You know, you don't owe me a thing.
That's for darn sure. But what I'm trying to say is the man had enemies. The city had changed, Mark. It's getting mean out there. It's no longer Watts selling dope to niggers. There's crazy Clemens out there that'll sooner kill you than sell them the dope. And the bikers are so whacked out, they don't give a shit out there. Even the pawn dealers are carrying guns.
And Kenny?
And Kenny knew them all. Mark, what do you want from me?
Somebody must know something. I need information.
And if they don't want to tell, what you gonna do? Beat them all up? They're all not a bunch of jerk-offs like Rick.
So what do you want me to do? Forget it happened? Is that what you're doing?
You're full of shit. I haven't forgotten. So what are you doing about it? Have you spoken to Leonard?
Yes. He can't help. I need your help.
Of course you do. Why you think I'm out here in this shit? Ruining my $200 pair of shoes. Why? Nostalgia.
Remember the curling team for the hockey guys? And that Crumb Falconson? But your boyfriend was kind of cute, remember?
Sure, he was madly in love with another, his tractor.
Oh, baby.
I'm sorry to barge in, but I guess you didn't hear me ringing. You're moving?
As you can see, we never thought we'd get away from this dump, did we?
It's a tough neighborhood.
We've lived worse and survived.
I meant it yesterday about helping.
Sure. Take this.
I really meant helping with the moving costs or something. I mean, it's the least I could do for Kenny.
I'm sure Kenny would have been grateful, but we'll manage. Honey, get me some cigarettes, will you?
Rita, I know I haven't been that close, but I'm not an enemy either.
Of course you're not. You are the clever older brother who used to look after us while kids. It's just that I'm a little on edge these days.
Was Kenny mixed up in anything? Boring money, drugs?
Why would you think that?
Well, I talked to the police, and their version just doesn't make sense. And the coroner...
Mark, why should you suddenly know better than the police, huh?
Because the coroner told me.
Mark, Kenny's dead and nothing's gonna bring him back. This just makes it worse.
I just thought you'd like to know.
Know what?
My suspicions.
Your suspicions are a bit damn late.
Mom, I forgot my money.
Oh, it's okay, honey. I'll live.
Anyway, I meant it about helping, okay? Anytime?
Sure. Come on, honey, let's get this done.
This is the businessman I told you about. So? So, he wants to do something with a certain problem. He wants to right a wrong.
What sort of wrong, man? What sort of right, you know? Everything is negotiable. Action is the art of the possible, you know?
It is possible, but my friend here wants to keep his name clean.
Somebody beat my brother to death, and I want them to pay.
And the police? You think it's that simple walking around killing people?
I'll pay. It's that simple.
That simple, except for one little thing, right? One little thing. No one likes to be killed, and no one likes their friends to be killed. So I've got the question for you. Are you listening? What are you doing here? If this thing happens, people will come looking for you. I saw your fancy car down at the end of the alley. Look at your shirt. Look at your shoes. What? Do you want a brochure? So ask yourself this, right? Is it really worth it? If so, it will cost you $5,000, right? Half when I get the name and half later.
Here's the name.
Yes, man. This is no missing persons bureau. And you better be damn sure, because you can't say sorry if you come up with the wrong man.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Hey! Hey!
You're not the cops.
How do you know?
What, you guys? Give me a break.
You jerk. Trying to steal my car. Going for a spin, huh?
I was gonna leave a note. You guys know you don't even have a pen in the glove compartment?
What note? Saying what? Lend me your car for the weekend?
You're looking for the guy who bumped up Kenny Kiernan, aren't you?
So?
Well, I got some information. That's the note.
What note?
The one I was going to leave.
Hey, kid. Don't mess with us.
The information.
Hey, man, it's not free.
You little turkey. You're lucky I didn't kick your ass in the harbor.
Look, I was in the bar the night Kenny was killed, right? I saw the guy who bought the video you were talking to Garrett about. I even saw the man who followed him out.
Who was he?
He's called Cannon. I even know the guy Kenny was with. Guy named Kovac. He owns a garage on King Street.
You're sure?
Sure, I'm sure. My dad shacks up with his sister.
Friendly kid.
Why should I protect a friggin' peeper?
Give us the address.
You can't miss it. It's Frank's garage on King Street. Thanks. You should keep your car unlocked in this neighborhood.
And this Cannon guy, who followed Kenny out, do you know where we can find him?
You sure you're not cops?
Hey, go back. Go back. Can't hide from us, you know.
Julie, do you see him?
He's here, but he won't have much to say.
An accident?
Oh, he didn't seem like a suicide type to me. Let's get the hell out of here.
What do you think? First Kenny's set up and then somebody gets rid of the evidence?
So I don't know who's this guy, Kenny, but he's already killed 2 men. So my advice to you is stop it before he makes it. What in the hell was Kenny doing that was so important anyway?
You see that?
Yeah, man, great legs.
No, Rita getting into the limo over there.
Where?
There.
Oh, come on, Mark. The lady's free to come and go, you know. What you want to do? Stay in morning?
I'm just curious.
Hey, Rita!
So Rita had Kenny bumped off to screw around with this guy? Come on, Mark. This is the 20th century.
I just feel Rita is hiding something from me, that's all.
Sure.
Know who he is?
No, never seen him before. But he doesn't look the lover type to me. Whoever he is, gotta be pretty loaded, man.
Yeah, I guess. But this is the Marcello house. What the hell's going on? I just want to have a closer look, okay?
Everything's being handled properly. Should anything go down, you'll be the first to know.
Good. Very good. So we can start moving in directly from China immediately?
No problem whatsoever.
Isn't that right, Mr. Wu? Peter, what an unexpected surprise. Mr. Wu, Peter Blackmore.
One of our most valued distributors. Incidentally, a great fan of your films.
Leonard, can we have a short word, please?
Excuse me, gentlemen.
I'm sorry to bother you.
Fix yourself a drink. Relax.
I didn't hear you come in. You're staying for lunch.
I'd love to, but I can't.
Oh.
I just came for these. I left them here last night.
In Lenny's office?
No, outside. I saw how busy Lenny was, and I didn't want to disturb him.
Oh. Dashik, Mr. Kiernan left his glasses here last night. He didn't want to disturb Leonard.
Would you come with me? That's all right, Cannon.
Oh, hello, Leonard.
Mark?
I was just telling your mother I left these here last night. I saw you were busy, so I just came and got them myself.
Well, how thoughtful of you. I didn't hear your car pull up, or can't you drive without those?
I needed the exercise after last night, so I took a walk from the road. I'd love to stay for lunch, but another time.
Oh, I wish you could stay.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'll speak to you before I go, okay?
Cannon will drive you to your car.
Well, I can walk. Why bother? No, thanks.
That's all right.
So? So I found Kenny's killer. What? Mr. Cannon works for the Marcellos. They knew all along. Damn! Just laughing at us all the time.
Why Kenny? They must have known he was your brother.
Come on, Julie. You don't believe all that crap about the family. It's business. You get in their way, you die.
Perhaps they didn't know it was something private between this Cannon and Kenny.
No. That's not how the family works. He could have never done it without the Don say so.
Listen to me. No more of this rough stuff, okay? If you're right, we got troubles. So keep your head down, or we're gonna end up just like Kenny.
We only knew what was going on here.
Listen, hey, get in, man. I'll drive.
Okay. I don't know what this is all about, but Leonard has a model of this area on his desk.
So
let's find out why.
Okay, you're the man. Hey! What's happening? What's going on?
Evening, Inspector. What can I do for you?
This your car or is your pimp friend's?
It happens to be mine. Why, Inspector? Don't you like the color?
You left her running on a no parking zone. Your back light's
You guys
broken.
are crazy, man. What's in the light?
And look, you're blocking a pedestrian throughway. I'm sure the officer will find a number of other violations.
Oh, I'm sure he will, especially with an inspector here to help him.
Have a look at your license, Colonel.
What? all this?
How are the Marcellos, Hayden? Helping out of the case, are they?
Smart arse, just like your brother, aren't you? I don't know what the hell you and your friend are doing here. But may I make a suggestion? That you get the hell out of town before you end up like your brother.
Are you threatening me, officer?
It's a warning. This is my town. Not some movie set you're gonna run around playing cowboys and Indians. And if I see your black arse in the street again, you'll be back in jail faster than you can pick cotton. Here you go.
What was that all about anyway?
I'd say it was the Marcellos trying to give us a hint.
So let's push back.
So you've done it this time. Whoever killed my brother, I mean to bring him to justice, said Mark Kiernan.
You said it. Use your head or they'll kill us. This is insurance, something to show the Don that it is personal, not business.
$100 says you won't make it.
You're on.
It's mine. What a guy won't do for a measly $100. Don't wait for me. Yes.
Hey, sorry to ruin your game, Jim. What do you know about Abruzzi construction?
Not much. Seems they had a good record until recently. They're running into a lot of trouble in that downtown complex where you are. Mark, if you're thinking of making an offer, don't. I hear they have some determined enemies.
It's getting so bad down there that it's even hurting your old buddies, the Marcellos.
Well, the developer is their company, Midland. It's no big secret. And if you discount where they got the money from in the first place, it's all legit.
How badly are they hurting?
Well, I hear City Hall has got into the action. They're threatening hefty overrun penalties.
But what about Alderman Milstein? Doesn't the Don have him in his back pocket?
I can't say. Who can trust a politician? But I've got the right man here to ask. Oh, hang on. Angus, what have you heard about this Milstein fellow and Midland?
The alderman? Playing a dangerous game, they say. Running with the hare and the hounds. Been running point in City Hall for years for the Marcellos. Suddenly changed his tune. Just when the Abruzzi problems began to hurt, too. Could be coincidence. Never trust a politician.
Yeah, let's get it together here. What are we looking for?
I think Kenny knew something about the Marcellos we don't. Something that got him killed.
So what are we doing here?
Getting to know the Marcellos. I wonder where the family invests its money these days.
They're just going to tell you?
Who's asking?
do you get this sort of stuff anyway?
You pay.
Why would Leonard have an interest in a company that's hurting his dad's business? What?
Let me see. Because Lenny wants it all, that's why. I wonder if the Don knows what Lenny's up to.
And we're going to town?
We need something closer. Something more tangible.
Do you think this is what Kenny knew?
Let's find out. Don't see it as blackmail, Alderman. Rather protection from a possible irate electorate. See it as a form of plea bargaining.
At first it was just another zoning problem. It happens all the time. Don's just like any other businessman. Leonard, he said he saw the family slipping, being muscled out by the South Americans and the Hungarians. Don, too set in his ways.
But why now? Why couldn't Leonard wait? He get it all anyways.
He couldn't. Certain families were looking to invest in the city with or without the Marcellos. So the complex became the carrot to attract investors. That's why everyone's so nervous this weekend. The deal's happening now.
What did Kenny have to do with it?
It was something to do with porn. I don't know. I heard Cannon and Leonard talking together. Something private. Mr. Kiernan, the Marcellos, don't tell me they're personal problems.
Perhaps Kenny found out about Leonard and the Orientals and was going to the Don, huh?
Sometimes I wish I had. If he hears that I had anything to do with Leonard's plans, he'll kill me for sure.
The fickle public. Never grateful, huh?
Sorry, I hope I haven't kept you waiting.
I just got here myself. You look sensational.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mrs. Kiernan. It's nice to see you again.
Good evening, Dad.
I'm sorry about your husband.
Thank you. Scotch on the rocks, please. I hope you didn't mind me asking. I was going crazy in that empty house.
Mind? I'm grateful. An evening with a beautiful woman instead of another meal in the hotel alone. I can't lose. I should have thought of this myself. By the way, how's Bonnie?
She's fine. She's at her grandparents'.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you know this is the first time I've been out for months? Feels good? Thanks.
So let's celebrate. Dave, you got a cold bottle of champagne in that fridge?
Naturally.
So open it and pour yourself a glass.
Since when did you become so impulsive? You were always a serious one.
People change sometimes.
Woo!
Coach House. It's for you.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah. I'm sorry, something's come up and I've got to go.
It's about Kenny, isn't it?
I don't know. Another time, okay? Shall I call a cab for you or something?
Mark, don't go. Not just for me, but for your own sake. You're going to get hurt.
Yeah, I'll be all right. You know, I must go.
I'll try and make it worth your while next time.
What's up?
Hey, I don't know, but my man told me that they moved the boat this afternoon. There's a lot of whole security out there. This could be it.
Yeah, makes sense. Lenny's grand gesture.
Seems they got some heat on board.
Now, where's Cannon?
I haven't seen him.
I'd love a closer look.
Any ideas?
Yeah, come on, let's go.
Yeah. Listen, you just wait till it's a little darker, please.
If you're still on board when the guests arrive. Let's go.
Hey, come on. What are you doing? Let's get the hell out of here.
All we need is to get some pictures of the guests. Just let the Don know what his son's getting up to.
Okay.
Cigarettes on you?
What's the matter with you? You want to have a smoke at a time like this?
I just need the silver paper. Oh, yeah. And the salt shaker.
Salt shaker.
Make a packet of salt out of it.
I hope you know what you're doing. Where did you learn all this?
The movies.
Makes sense.
If I can set up a remote control switch, the automatic rewind will do the rest.
is a place to trigger it from. Any small electrical charge will trip the shutter. Friction from this should work. Anyone stepping here should set it off.
Hey, it worked. Let's go.
After they leave, we get the camera.
God. Meet me at the rink at 9 o'clock. Because we can't have it processed until then anyhow. Go home. I'll be fine. Okay? Okay.
Julie? Where? King Street? Okay. I'll be there. Did you get the film? Julie? Julie?
Kiernan, you're interfering in things that do not concern you. I'm telling you, go home.
You're a cannon, aren't you? Well, you concern me.
I'm telling you, stop meddling in our affairs. I'm giving you my personal warning.
Go to hell. Don't threaten me. I'm not Kenny you can quietly bump off. Let me tell you something.
Oh.
Thanks for picking me up. I couldn't move.
Call a doctor.
No, I'll be okay. Just need some rest, all right? I'll be all right.
This is suite 604. Would you send up some ice, a roll of bandages, and some antiseptic? What? No, he's sprained his ankle.
Where'd you learn how to do all this?
Around. Pittsburgh, Detroit, Boston. Wherever Kenny needed me after a game. Isn't that why hockey players marry?
Tell me about Kenny.
You don't want to know.
Yeah, I do.
Simple, really. Sure, Kenny was good, but others were better. Even in New York, he knew that. He was just another body to be used. New York to Detroit, Detroit to Boston, Rochester to Billings. We saw the world. Or rather, Bonnie and I did. Kenny was usually too drunk or stoned to see anything. Except that somehow he was being betrayed.
And when he came home?
It was worse. Hockey wasn't a job, it was his life. Without it, he was lost. He was nobody. Especially back home. It just got so ugly.
Why did you stay?
Why? I thought Bonnie needed a father. Mark, stop this before you get killed. Leonard spoke to me. It isn't personal, it's just business.
So all this was a big game, and you knew all along?
Mark, stop it. It wasn't what you think. It was a mistake, a horrible mistake. I had nobody to turn to. Kenny was crazy. He didn't care who he hurt to get drugs. He owed money all over town, and he was mixed up with some psycho making porn movies. He must have wanted me to see it because he left a cassette in the house. I didn't know what it was. I took it to friends. I was sick. Women being hurt, killed. The star was Bonnie. Kenny had persuaded his 15-year-old kid to be hurt by those signs so that he could get more drugs.
Sorry.
You're sorry. About what? The truth? I thought that was all you needed to know to be happy. She still wakes up at night screaming. What would you have done if it had been your child? I couldn't sit there and watch him ruin Bonnie's life. So I went to see Lenny.
Why, Leonard? Couldn't the police do something? Jail the bastard or something?
Oh, they made it very clear they wanted nothing to do with it. The great Kenny Kiernan, a child molester. Anyway, Leonard had a right to know.
Why?
Bonnie was his child.
His child? Kenny know?
From the beginning. Mark, we were in love. We didn't care. We just wanted each other. We were 18, for Christ's sake.
So Leonard killed him.
Yes.
Inside there, I didn't get their names yet, but I'll look after that as soon as I can.
Yeah, have you friends with them here?
Apparently so. There was some kind of a hockey game of some sort, what I saw.
What's happening?
All the kids around too. We got to get their names.
Somebody killed him.
I'm his friend.
Okay. Get this man out of here.
Sir? Sir? I know he's your friend. You can't help. Come on now, sir. Please come out of here. Watch your step now. Watch your step.
Haddon, who'd you get to do it?
Shut your mouth before I knock it shut.
You did it, didn't you? Or your friend Cannon? Get your hand off me, or I'll destroy you, your family, your wife, your 2 kids. I know you, and I'll waste you.
Sorry, arrest this man, sir. No. He's just ranting. He's harmless. Now, Mr. Crane, go home before you hurt somebody else.
Tell Cannon I'm waiting here for him.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, funny, but I got a nice picture of you 2 together. Aren't you going to frisk me, Inspector?
Get this scum out of here.
How have you been, Rich White Boy? The city of change, Mark. It's gonna need go home. I'll be fine. Okay.
Oh, good. You were a friend of Julie's. Perhaps you could give these to his family. Is that all right? You do know them.
Yeah, I'll give it to his family. Thanks.
Terrible thing. Never anything like it has happened here before. On my time, at least.
Mr. Marcello wants a word with you. You can make this difficult. You can make it easy. You want to join your friend?
Lose you.
So? One less pimp in the world. I'm crying. See?
I see!
Cello wants to talk? Sure. At the wasteland.
Is she gonna be all right?
Yeah. Just fell on a skate.
So, Mark, I understand you have something for me.
Remember when this was all woods? And us kids dreaming about getting away from this dump? It was all taught to you, wasn't it? You had it made. The Don, the family, big house. We must have seemed pathetic to you.
I'm sorry about your friend Julius.
Oh, sure you are.
I couldn't guarantee his silence. It was business.
And Kenny? Was that just a business decision, too? Or was palming your bastard daughter off on that poor sap not enough?
You're just like him, scum. Did you ever wonder why Rita never came to you for help?
Perhaps because I wasn't sleeping with her. But I forgot, you're such a family man. Strange, but I didn't see your father at last night's little party. Maybe he'd, like some pictures for his album.
Don't threaten me, Mark.
Or what? I know about you, Leonard, and I'm going to destroy you.
You're right. I always thought you were pathetic. The little orphan crawling up to the Don's feet. Goodbye, Mark.
Does Bonnie know you killed her father?
Just remember, you two have a family. Before someone gets hurt.
I'll get you! I'll get you!
I'm sorry. Let me take you home.
No, I have a lift.